Does anybody remember back in the day when this show first started, 2010, 2011, maybe 2012? I did a couple of debates with Peter Schiff and I think his brother. I can't remember his brother name. Maybe Peter Schiff is the brother. I can't remember. Some libertarian guy who supposedly predicted the meltdown and then was like, gotta buy gold, gotta buy gold, gotta buy gold, gotta buy gold. This was 12 years ago. If you bought gold at that time, you would have probably, you'd still have the gold. You haven't made much money, I think, in the past 12 years. Right. Because huge inflation was coming because of QE1. And then huge inflation was coming because of QE2. And then huge inflation was coming. Weimar Republic, he was saying at the time. And PIMCO has sold all their, their holdings. And I remember all this. David Stockman, who's, I think, clinically insane, was saying that we're Weimar Republic. And that must have been like 2011, 2012, I don't know, somewhere around then. And then the head of PIMCO, I don't know, a year or two later said, we screwed up. We should have stayed in treasuries. And nobody talked about Weimar anymore. And Glenn Beck went back into his cave. And so who better than, what is this on?
Newsmax.
Oh, Newsmax! This is where this dude
Rob Schmidt tonight.
I give you Peter Schiff, ladies and gentlemen, still kicking around.
What do you think? I mean, what do you tell the average American watching the show is not an economic expert? They're looking at all of this. They're probably confused. They probably don't really understand how these bizarre banks work and all the way that they got into this mess to begin with. But what do you tell people, just regular guy with a regular job that doesn't watch CNBC all day long?
Well, not watching CNBC is a step in the right direction because you're just going to get confused if you watch that network. But people have to understand that money is going to lose a tremendous amount of its value. And so if you have a lot of money in a bank, you should withdraw it. I mean, if you need it for short-term expenses, sure, leave it there. But if it's long-term savings, you will not earn nearly enough interest to offset what you're going to lose in purchasing power to inflation. And so recognize the threat to your bank account is coming from the Federal Reserve, it's coming from the U.S. government, and withdraw your money and do something else.
You wouldn't say
gold,
treasury
buy
bonds?
Silver.
Would you say anything like that? I mean, those are getting good returns. Is that risky?
No, they're negative returns. Even if you're getting a 4 or 5% yield on a treasury, inflation is twice that high, and it's going higher. Right. So you have to get out of the money that the Fed can print and get into real assets. I'm buying stocks around the world for my clients, also recommending that they buy physical gold and silver as an alternative to U.S. dollars.
This guy's been hawking gold for so long. Do we have any why would he be saying I'm recommending that people should buy gold? It's because all the gold this guy bought in 2010.
Hi, this is Peter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here you go.
2014 bullion maple.
Are you saying that if more people buy gold, the value of gold goes up?
His value, the value of his gold goes up.
Peter Schiff, and I'm very excited to tell you about a brand new revolutionary product that I think you should own. The product is called the Maple Graham, and it's produced by one of the most reputable mints in the world, the Royal Canadian Mint. The Gold Maple Graham is the 1 gram version of its 1 ounce sister, the Gold Maple Leaf, and it's very similar in design. The Maple Graham comes packaged in a sleeve of 25 grams, but can easily be divided into individually sealed 1 gram coins.
Ooh, in that
Once
case.
divided, each individually sealed 1 gram gold coin has a serial number and is encased in hard plastic for protection.
Wow.
Traditionally, the smaller the unit of gold, the higher the production costs. But the uniqueness of this product overcomes that issue by packaging small units together. In addition to being very...
like, your money is going to increase in value because it's individually wrapped.
Yeah. Does it have a nice flowery scent, too?
Yeah.
Does it taste good?
Oh, what kind of paper stock is the packaging made out of? Like, why do I care about that?
Oh, it just makes it sound fancier.
When was this ad from?
This is from 2014.
This is from 2014?
Like almost like 8
Let's see how much it goes for and see how much it's worth today. That's what I want to see. Like keep playing this. This is what he was hawking just like this is 8 years ago.
very recognizable. Each gram equates to roughly 1/31st of an ounce of gold, making this item ideal in bartering transactions. To learn more and to take advantage of this offer, contact one of my knowledgeable precious metal.
So face value 50 cents
50. Okay.
Face value is 50 cents each.
Canadian.
And Canadian. I wonder what they're worth today. See if you can buy one on eBay or something.
Yeah. Well,
Canadian Mint 2014.
it's a good thing that Newsmax struggles in viewership, because isn't like the wide advocacy for pulling all your money out of the banks, that might cause the economy to have some issues, I would say. Also, in what situation are you bartering with gold coins? Is it the mercantile era?
Trading.
Yeah, I mean, I'll buy a fur.
There it is. They're still out. Here come all the gold bugs again. Here come all the gold bugs. Because their Bitcoin has crashed, and now they're coming back for the gold.
But isn't that also, when you say Bitcoin, it's the same ideology, right? Which is, here's this alternate currency that's a lot more stable than the United States Treasury bonds or the US dollar. And there's an amount of it that you can buy that inflates my value as somebody who holds a lot of crypto from 2015 or holds a lot of gold from 2006, and the more people that buy it are gonna inflate the value, right?
There's analogous incentive
grifting.
structures. Let's put it that way.
But it's all a grift. It's all a grift to get their own assets to be inflated.
There was a time where gold was a good hedge on inflation, and it's arguably a decent hedge on inflation still, although it's not what it was, because we're no longer on the gold standard. And there's enough currencies out there, and a lot of people, and the idea of like, you want gold because when the apocalypse comes, that's what is going to be the currency.
Yeah.
As opposed to, let's say, like food or really hard cider, I would bet. I mean, give me an ability to make a unlimited amount of hard cider.
Yeah.
Or a bunch of gold, and when the apocalypse comes, I'll take the hard cider.
Oh, I hear you.
And people are going to want to drink. That's what I think. Look at the shiny objects I have.
Right.
That's great.
You do very well in The Last of Us.
Yep. I don't know what that is, but
It's a zombie apocalypse show.